This is the live demo for TechIDManager for April 2nd, 2026. This is for people who are curious about what TechIDManager is, what it does, how it works. We'll show you some of it. We'll talk in detail about a lot of different pieces and things it does. At the high level, TechIDManager is a security and compliance tool to help you do privileged account management as an MSP for your technicians and their access to your client infrastructure. In your stack of software, at some point, the most complicated problems and sometimes the simplest problems require your technicians to log in to a client's computer or a client's Entra ID tenant or a client's DC or a server of some kind on a client's network or in the cloud, some SaaS software. What that requires for all the security and all the compliance frameworks, that requires traceability and accountability for that login and what that technician does. The way that you get that compliance, that security, that traceability, that accountability is when that technician logs in, they use an account with their name on it. They use a unique account. That means that you should not be sharing the same administrator account between different people. You need to go look at the audit logs. An auditor needs to go look at the audit logs. The client needs to be able to look at the audit logs. Other technicians need to be able to look at the audit logs and know who did what. The way that you as an MSP can achieve that in scale across all of your clients is by making unique accounts for every technician, ever they need access. This is very difficult. TechIDManager steps in at this point, and we are security and compliance and privileged account management automation. We make automatically and manage and rotate passwords on, and set rights on, and do least privileged access, and do just-in-time access, and a whole myriad of other things around, and password maintenance, password vaults, and a whole myriad of other things around privileged account management for technicians at MSPs and access to client infrastructure. We also do this at enterprise scale. We do this in lots of different ways. The best way to see the simplest interaction between a technician and TechIDManager is let's be a technician and let's bring up TechID Client. This is the piece of software that runs on the technician's computer that gives them access to the accounts that they as a technician have been granted to. There are many different types of accounts. The simplest thing is we'll use one of these accounts and then we'll talk about all of these types of accounts. Oh, my Screen Connect instance has disconnected. That's what I was going to show you. Well, let me see if I can get reconnected. Nope, that machine's not connected. Well, let's use this one. This one. Live demos. It happens in live demos, you know? That's the fun and excitement and joy of a live demo. All right, so we can see here that I have Screen Connect connected to a machine. And when I get to the login prompt, I'd like to switch users first. Well, that machine's having trouble too. Oh well, the live demo. Oh, here we go. I would like to log in to this machine on the Tacoma network. As an MSP technician, you need to get an account and a password to log in with. So you bring up the TechID client. Somewhere in here is an account that I can use to log in the network. I'm going to click search. I have several options on how to log in to this particular client. I have a just-in-time account that is unique to me as a technician. I have a shared admin account that probably has different rights, different traceability on it. And there's other accounts too, but like, let's use this just-in-time account. I click enable. As a technician, a manager at some point in the past said I was allowed to have an account on this machine, and it was going to give certain rights. It was going to be just enabled when I want it. Then when I need as a technician need to use it, I come into the TechID client, I click enable. Sometime in the next 60 seconds, that account is get created if it doesn't exist, enabled, rights provisioned to that account that are specific to me as a technician in that location, a password set on that account, encrypted and sent back so that just I can see it. Then I can use that account to access anything that I would get access to in that Tacoma network, whether it is a machine, if it is hybrid joined to 𝗕𝗏𝐼D, we could use that same hybrid account in 𝗕𝗏𝐼D. Lots of different options there. The fact that my Jeep machine network was disconnected means that this whole thing might be disconnected. Our development infrastructure might be having some issues. Oh well, we'll use this account to get logged in. Oh, it's way slow. Something's definitely happening with that development network. Yeah, that our development network appears to be offline with all our test machines. Oh my goodness. Well, what I want to show you then? Well, I guess we'll use an 𝗕𝗏𝐼D account. We'll log in to this 𝗕𝗏𝐼D account. It is also a just-in-time account. As you see, there are a myriad of different mixed accounts there. I'll enable this account because this 𝗕𝗏𝐼D tenant is probably online. It got enabled. The little green plus means it's enabled. This Tacoma.net account will get enabled when it comes back online. That machine appears to be offline. So to use this 𝗕𝗏𝐼D account, oh, now it's enabled. Well, machine must come back online. This is the joys of a live demo. Like, things work. Things have technical issues. Anyway, I'm gonna use this 𝗕𝗏𝐼D account. I just copy the password. I can log in, and then I can copy the password. And this particular account has MFA on it, OTP MFA, which is also stored in TechID client. That particular code is valid for the next 12 seconds. That was the login process to get me logged in to 𝗕𝗏𝐼D tenant as a just-in-time provisioned global admin. I think in this one I'm a global admin. You can be any of the 200 plus rights in 𝗕𝗏𝐼D. We can also do group membership management in 𝗕𝗏𝐼D for the TechIDManager accounts, dynamic and static groups, all of that. But now you can see I'm logged in to this 𝗕𝗏𝐼D tenant and can do anything that this account will allow me access to do, any rights I've been granted. Those rights are controlled by TechIDManager. This account is valid for some duration of time. By default, that's 2 hours. After 2 hours, or whatever that time frame is, that account is automatically disabled. All the rights are removed from the account, and a password is set on that account that is never told to anyone else. Never told to anyone. So that account is as dead as possible, but is still there so that the next time I as a technician need access to the same place, and I enable that same just-in-time account, that same UUID is re-enabled. Same account is then re-provisioned with the rights that I'm supposed to have. A new password is set, encrypted, and sent back so that just I can see it with full end-to-end asymmetric encryption. That means that you get accountability and traceability through the course of time, no matter how far apart someone uses these accounts. This is different than other privileged account management tools where you get differently named accounts or an account goes away and comes back. All the standard traceability applies to all the accounts. That was an 𝗕𝗏𝐼D tenant. Let's look back at, it looks like our machine has decided to cooperate with us, maybe. Well, the same functionality works to log into a DC as it does for an 𝗕𝗏𝐼D tenant. The bunch of different types of accounts you can see. This one is 𝗕𝗏𝐼D or Azure AD. This one is a domain account. We also do Windows accounts that are unique, as well as shared accounts on an individual Windows machine. So if you'd like to keep more of a lap style shared admin account on individual machines and unique accounts on domains, that is an option. We can do just-in-time shared accounts between 𝗕𝗏𝐼D, Windows, domains, and Macs. We have Mac accounts too. Agents are on a Mac to make Apple accounts. Between those type of accounts, shared accounts and unique accounts, and then just-in-time and managed accounts, you can mix and match any of those things any way you want to do privileged account management to meet the security and compliance requirements that you as an MSP find yourself under. I can tell you that a shared admin account doesn't meet any of the compliance requirements. Only unique accounts or traceability on shared accounts meets those requirements. And TechIDManager makes that easy to do by automating all of that. There's a lot of filtering. There's a lot of other features, like if you want to see the history of an account, like if we want to see this Jeep account and I want to see the history of it. This is the history of my password changes on this Jeep machine through time. So if I bring up a backup from the 28th of March, I know that this account, this username, this password get me logged into that machine without having to connect that backup instance to the internet and all the problems that that can cause with licenses and other things. You can test backups and still get logged in as an administrator and do what you need to do. We also have all of that privileged account management automated. There's also, because we're managing so many usernames and passwords, there's a technician's personal password vault, as well as shareable password vaults all built in, where you can share any credentials of passwords. You can make a vault. A vault is the cryptographically secure entity that has its own asymmetric keys, and you can put as many credentials in a vault as you want. It is at the vault level that you can choose who can see that credential, who can't see it, who has the encryption keys for it, and who doesn't have the encryption keys. All of that is built right in. The only asymmetric encrypted shared password vault on the market. Very secure. We also have, we can show this. I am stepping, this has already gone so far off script. Let me bring up another off script feature. I think that no, I don't have any of that set up to use. Anyway, I was going to show you some other features, but none of that is set up at the moment to properly demo. Yeah. Having my demo machine like offline is throwing me for a loop. That happens. That's what live demos are all about. So we do compliance and security framework for privileged account management for MSPs and enterprise. So what we do, there's a lot of really good features around that. There's full history, full accountability, full traceability. We keep data forever because server space is cheap. We don't throw it away. We do automated remote logins without the users even need to see passwords. We have more features in development, more agents coming to do passwords in more places, and a lot of really good features for privileged account management. I am just rambling on now, which happens sometimes, especially when I get thrown off by things not working. If you have specific questions, we'd love for you to go to TechIDManager.com. Go to TechIDManager.com. In the top right corner, you can book a one-on-one demo with us and ask all those questions. We can specifically show you how TechIDManager can help you be more secure and more compliant as an MSP or an IT department inside an enterprise. That's all I think I really want to cover for today. Yeah. Come check out TechIDManager, book a demo, talk. Oh, installation. We do white glove installs. Also, we're not just gonna, just come to our website, buy a product, and then go off. We do white glove installs. We're there with you every step of the way. We do, as part of coming on board, we do free white glove installs, free MSP technician training, free help installing. We're there the whole way to help you out. All right. Book a demo for one-on-one and check it out. Love to talk to you. If you have any questions, you know where to find us. Have a great day.